Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you is truly game-changing, especially for those of us who have been following the Eagles closely. We all know that the Eagles have been building their team with meticulous precision, especially when it comes to their roster construction. They're known across the league for having one of the most well-crafted, disciplined, and talented rosters. But even the best teams have their vulnerabilities, and for the Eagles, that vulnerability right now is their secondary. This offseason, they've lost two key pieces, C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Darius Slay. These two players were instrumental in shaping the Eagles' secondary identity over the past couple of seasons. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, with his playmaking ability, and Darius Slay, as one of the top cornerbacks in the league, really set the tone on the back end of the defense. Their absence leaves a significant gap, and while the Eagles have tried to patch things up, it's clear they're still searching for the right pieces to fill those big shoes. Right now, they're leaning on two third-year players, Reed Blankenship and Sidney Brown, to step up. Reed Blankenship, of course, had a solid season last year, earning respect with his instincts and ball skills. But let's be honest, he's still relatively unproven at this level, and the NFL is a brutal place for young safeties to develop without experienced veterans guiding the way. Sidney Brown, on the other hand, is just starting to get his feet wet in his first real shot at being a starter. And while he's got tons of potential, he's a guy with a lot of upside. There's naturally going to be some growing pains as he adjusts to the speed and complexity of NFL offenses. The Eagles management, led by Howie Roseman, has done an excellent job of building through the draft, especially on the offensive and defensive lines. They've assembled a formidable front, and Jalen Hurts continues to develop into one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks. But the secondary, that's still a question mark. And here's where the latest news gets really interesting. Rumors and reports have been swirling about the possibility of the Eagles making a bold move, possibly bringing in a proven veteran safety to shore up that back end. And one name that's been gaining traction is Justin Simmons. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Justin Simmons. Isn't he still with the Denver Broncos? Well, yes, Simmons has been a cornerstone in Denver's secondary since being drafted in the third round back in 2016. He's spent his entire career there, becoming one of the most reliable safeties in the NFL. But the truth is, with the Broncos in a bit of a rebuild mode, and Simmons potentially being a free agent, the Eagles could be eyeing him as a one-year rental, an immediate fix to a pressing need. Why would Simmons be so interested in joining the Eagles? Well, it's not just about the paycheck or the team's recent success. Simmons has ties to the Eagles' coaching staff, especially defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, who was his head coach during his time in Denver from 2019 to 2021. That familiarity, that trust built over years of working together, makes a lot of sense. Plus, the Eagles' defense last season was one of the league's best, and Simmons himself has spoken highly about the leadership and culture in Philly. In fact, Simmons has openly expressed interest in reuniting with Fangio and Christian Parker, the Eagles' passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach. These connections are no coincidence. Simmons sees the potential here, an elite offensive line, a talented quarterback like Jalen Hurts, and a coaching staff that's proven they can adapt and succeed at the highest level. For him, joining the Eagles isn't just about a paycheck. It's about contending for a Super Bowl, about being part of a team that has a real shot at bringing another Lombardi home. And that's why many analysts and insiders believe a one-year deal with Simmons could be a perfect move for the Eagles, an immediate upgrade that can make a huge difference in their championship quest. Now, let's talk a little about the specifics. The Eagles are currently deep in their off-season preparations, and their roster is shaping up nicely. They've got Reed Blankenship as their starter, and he's shown flashes of brilliance. Andrew Mukuba, drafted in 2025, is expected to be a future star at safety, possibly even an immediate impact player, depending on how quickly he adapts to the NFL. And Sidney Brown, as I mentioned before, is just starting his journey. But the reality is, all of these young players need guidance, leadership, and stability, qualities that a seasoned veteran like Simmons can provide immediately. Imagine Simmons coming into that locker room, offering his experience, leadership, and ability to make plays. He's a guy who's not only solid in coverage, but also a fierce run defender and a leader in the secondary. His presence would instantly elevate the entire unit, giving the Eagles a much-needed boost in pass defense and overall team confidence. Plus, with Simmons's familiarity with Fangio's defensive schemes, he could seamlessly integrate into the game plan, helping to tighten up the back end and allow the rest of that elite front seven to do what they do best: pressure the quarterback, disrupt the passing game, and create turnovers. And let's not forget, Simmons himself has been highly productive throughout his career. Over the years, he's accumulated multiple interceptions, tackles, and pass breakups. His leadership qualities are also well recognized in the league, and for the Eagles, bringing in a player like him would be a statement. We're all in, ready to go for that Super Bowl again. It's a smart move, especially considering how much of a difference a veteran presence can make in high-pressure playoff games. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential signing also highlights the Eagles' strategic approach. Howie Roseman and his team are always looking for ways to improve the roster, to fill gaps, and to stay ahead of their rivals. They know that a championship team isn't just about having stars on a fence. Defense wins championships, and having a reliable, experienced safety like Simmons could be the missing piece that elevates their entire defense to a new level. The NFC East is a fiercely competitive division, with teams like the Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders all making moves to improve. The Eagles have dominated in recent seasons, but every year is a new challenge. Adding Simmons could be the kind of move that not only shores up their weaknesses, but also sends a message to the rest of the division. We're here to stay, and we're not backing down. And for us fans, this potential move is incredibly exciting. It signals that the Eagles are serious about contending again, about making another deep playoff run, and about chasing that elusive second Super Bowl title in just a few years. It's rare to see a team so well-managed and strategic in their offseason moves, and this could be one of those moments where they truly make a statement. Now, I want to emphasize that nothing is set in stone yet. We're still waiting for official confirmation from the team, but the signs are pointing toward a very real possibility. The Eagles are clearly aware of their needs, and with Simmons's connection to the coaching staff and his proven track record, it makes perfect sense for them to make a push before training camp concludes. In conclusion, this potential signing of Justin Simmons by the Eagles is more than just a roster addition. It's a signal of intent. It's a move that could define their season, strengthen their defense, and help them chase another Super Bowl. For us fans, it's a reason to be even more excited about what's to come. The Eagles are always innovative, always strategic, and right now, they might just be on the verge of making a move that puts them over the top. So stay tuned, because this story isn't over yet, and I promise you the best is yet to come for Philadelphia Eagles fans. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think bringing in Justin Simmons is the right move? Would he be the missing piece to get us back to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in an exciting time, and the best is yet to come. Let's keep supporting our team, believing in what they're building, and getting ready for what promises to be an incredible season ahead. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Birds.